Hi again, folks. Welcome to another episode of Sabres to the Future. This is the video on this channel, if you're new to the channel, that discusses and talks about the young Sabres, future Sabres that have yet to don the Sabres jersey. So we will take a look today at, Jiri Kulich. We're going to take a look at Jiri Kulich, and we are going to talk a little bit about him. And as it's maybe time to do a video on him, so I will go right into his numbers as you're looking at that, and let's take a look. Now, the thing that stands out for me, okay, and yes, of course, I'm going to say the bigger numbers, like the 21 goals, the 23 goals. But guys, it's always when he's playing with guys his age where he excels. So let's keep that in mind when we see the lower numbers where he's playing with men in some leagues here. So, you know, or he's playing with 20-year-olds when he's 17 and things like that we have to look at, because between 17 and 20 is a monster difference for some of these guys in their development. So take a look. The first thing that stood out for me, of course, is the under 17 at the top. In 19 games, he had 23 goals, 16 assists for 39 points. He averaged more than 2 points a game and more than a goal a game with the under 17s. And if you look at the year before, the under 16s, 21 goals, 27 assists, 48 points in 35 games. And then we go further down the list, down to the 2021-22 season, and you can see, okay, is the under 18. He had 16 games, 17 goals, 5 assists for 22 points. And in the same season, in the under 20s, okay, he had 16 games played, 6 goals, 9 assists for 15 points. His numbers are just very impressive. Just very impressive. But let's look at the Amerks now. Take a look. 2022-23. He is 19 games, 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points, which is impressive for an 18-year-old kid. Let's take a look here. Another clip coming. And you can see he's tied for second on the team in scoring. He's 1 point behind Weissbach to lead the team as an 18-year-old. This is very, very impressive. And let's not forget Isaac Rosen, too. You know, is another one. He's right there also. There is a good nucleus going on also, guys, with the Amerks, because take a look here. We'll close it out with this clip. Rochester is in first place currently, 11-6, 1-1. They have 24 points in 19 games. So no matter what way you cut it, there's a winning culture happening inside our system. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, the Americans are good again this year, and they lost Peterka and Quinn. So these are just things, guys, I want to bring up. But Jiri Kulich, I mean, what really stood out for me, okay, with this young man was when Granato got him. If you've seen that Sabres Embedded episode, I'm sure all of you did, you've seen how Granato was stressing. They had their eyes on him. They did. And if you might recall, they wanted to trade up, right? They thought he was going to go sooner. They were sure he was going to go sooner, and he fell onto their lap. I think they were willing to, like, you've seen the staff, actually, I forget, I can't remember where, but there is a part where the staff kind of tells him no, because he wanted to, like, trade up to get Kulich. He thought he'd have to trade up to get him, right? So I didn't know much about him except what I heard in the draft. I can't say I've seen him play. I've just seen clips on the young man, so, you know, I haven't seen him play. Some of you guys that check out the Amerks games probably have seen or know a lot more than I would about this young guy right now. But when I see numbers like that, and he's average size, like 5'11", 180, he's right around there, he's average size. But it talks about, too, I was looking at in what do you call it, about his how he is on the boards. They're talking about how he works the boards really good in the draft prospects, you know. So there's a lot of, it looks like there's a lot of upside to him. I've heard some Sabres fans say, Wayne, we're going to love this guy. Those of you that have seen him have told me, you know. And hey, look, I'm excited for our future too. It's not just about the guys on the team now, guys. We got these kind of kids coming up. It's crazy. You know, when you got guys like this coming up and Isaac Rosen. I mean, we got all these young studs coming up. Yeah, the summary is just solid two-way center with good size, skating ability, makes good reads in the offensive zone, but needs to continue to add strength to his frame. Of course, he's 18. You know, that goes without saying. He's 5'11". Yeah, there it is, 179. So, but overall, this is just, guys, another young stud in our system. Another young stud centerman, I might add. You know, we see what Dylan Cousins is turning into as of late, and my goodness, if this kid resembles anything close to what Dylan Cousins brings when it comes to aggression, because I've been hearing that this kid has a lot of aggression. So I like that. I mean, if this kid can come into our lineup, we'll see next year. He's on the entry level. Odds are, guys, I'll say it right now, there'll be a good chance he can cut the squad next year because we're still going to be in development, even next year. This is how young our team is. Well, we better get ready for that, because when Anderson leaves, this team gets very young again. It gets younger. So, you know, we're going to have to just be patient, as the old saying, guys. They got to be patient as the kids develop, you know. And, you know, I think of guys like him, Oliver Nadeau, and Rosen, and there's a lot going on. And my goodness, you know, like, when I get a little down, guys, about the team, you know, like if they lose or, you know, they blow leads and, you know, they're not playing good defensively, there's other things happening that are good. I got to remember that. There's always good happening right now in our organization. It wasn't like that with the other general managers. It just wasn't. We'd be trading away these draft picks we might have never got if Adams wasn't the GM. We might have traded them to get some guy like Montour on defense, which to me made no sense. That when Botterill gave up a first rounder to get this guy, made no sense to me. It made zero sense. And then getting Leonard, when Murray had this love affair for Leonard and got him over to our team, another first round down the drain. It's like, no, you can't keep doing that. And I never look at who that draft became. It doesn't matter, because that doesn't mean we would have drafted that guy. You know what I mean? People say, yeah, but he was a bust, the guy that was drafted. So what? It doesn't matter. I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that's what happened with the Leonard thing, but let's say we trade away a first rounder, they go and they draft a bust. Doesn't mean we were going to draft that bust. We might have drafted this guy over here who became a Hall of Famer. You don't mess with your first round picks, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm excited. You know, I'm excited about the youth of this team, guys. I am. This is another stud inside our system. You know, and as the Sabres continue, and they're going to continue to get a little older, let's not forget that these guys are getting a little older and stronger too down below. This is something that, you know, Matt Savoy, another one. Like, there's just guys, I was going down just to check some of our names. You know, we got Kisakov, Josh Bloom. I mean, there's all sorts of names. These are all future Sabres, I believe, guys. I believe Kulich's going to make it. I believe Oslin's going to make it. Savoy's going to make it. Rosen's going to make it. Bloom, Kisakov, Nadeau. Even Sitterquist. I mean, my goodness. Tyson Kozak. I mean, we can go on and on about all these names. These are really some good. We're looking good down in the minors. We already know this, though, so not like a shock. We have the best, deepest system in hockey. We do. And I was looking, guys, at, go look at the Silver Knights, how they're doing, because they haven't drafted right over in Vegas. So their farm team's hurting, of course. You know, our farm team's going to prosper, of course. I mean, this is what happens when you got studs over there and lack of studs on the other team. So, you know, things are going to be okay, I believe, guys. We're just going to have to tough it out for about another 200 games. You know, maybe 160 if we're lucky. Another few years of this. So, all right, guys, done for this one. I shall see you in the next video.